Making a quick video. I finished off ironing and pressing down the paper. Look, it's a bit rough, it's quite thick, but it needed to be thick anyway because I put silk from my sari on it. So this one I had to cut close to the sari because bits of the paper kind of cracked and broke and it looked awful. So there's that piece, and then there's this one which I'm quite happy with. That I consider that one a success. Yeah, that's the back. The yellow is because I used turmeric on it, so that came up quite nicely. This was another one. I've showed you these before, but these are the more trimmed up and ironed and pressed down. I've actually injured my back from all the making paper pulp production I did for I think about 5 days in a row, squatting down and then climbing up and standing up and emptying out the wet pulp and then going back and squatting down. Didn't do my back any good. It just shows you I'm getting old because, I mean, technically it shouldn't be that freaking hard, but my back is singing a different song about that story. It's extremely painful. I've just had a short walk around the block with Beauregard and Charlie, but I had to use my walking stick that I made some months ago because the slightest movement the wrong way and I'm just in spasms of pain. So go me for going for a walk even though I was in agony. That's another piece. Look, I'm actually, these are the pink ones. They're pink because I used various shades of red and pink watercolours. But the thing is, I haven't sized them. I googled sizing and it looks like a bloody complicated process. But if I want to write on them at any stage, I'm going to have to size them as well. So that's another job for the future. It just doesn't end. Once you start, it's just one thing after another. This one's quite cracked and broken in parts at the top, but I'll just leave it be. I'm not going to cut it down any further because it will lose in translation. But yes, it's it's been a journey. It was something to do during COVID anyway. Now we're in a 3-day lockdown. It's Sunday today, so we've got one more day of lockdown unless they prolong it. So I like this one. This one's cool. You can't really see it unless the sunlight hits it and I've got the curtains closed, but there's gold thread that kind of shines up really lovely in there. This one too is a big crack down the bottom. So look, my technique and my paper making needs improvement. But what the hey, it was a bit of fun, and it's not like I'm trying to sell it. I'll just use them for, I don't know what I'll use them for actually. Make greeting cards or make my witches pages for my witches grimoire, which I haven't really done anything with much, so have to get busy, won't I? This one's all cut in all sorts of weird directions because I was trying to keep the form of the paper even though bits were shitty and got cut off. But yeah, this one, these brownie coloured ones, I used paprika, hoping it would come out more red in there. If you look closely, there are red flecks through it, but mostly it just turned brown. But you know, it's better than the horrible insipid vague grey that the pulp is. I don't like grey, insipid greys anyway. I don't like beige either, but this is sort of a yellowy brown, so it's not too bad. But yeah, anyway, it was a bit of a experiment to see if I could get red. But you know, it looks quite nice. It's unusual. It's different, it's unusual. There's a little plastic pearl stuck to that should have been on there. or bead has come undone, come off this. Oh look, I'm not going to worry too much because it's like, it was a rotting sari that was literally rotted from years of heat, subtropical heat and sun damage, so it doesn't matter that it's still in a process of decay. I mean, after all, you could look at it philosophically that so are we all. Again, this has got a little split down the bottom. I'm probably going to have to cut them right off. And then I'll lose it. That'll happen like the other one. Oh, what the heck. This one I just tore a bit there. This one I'm getting, you can see I was getting better with the paper. It's actually getting thinner and finer, less cardboardy. But the problem is, the thinner it is, the more prone to breakage it is. Although the thicker cardboard does crack too. But anyway, I was obviously riding some wave there when I made those. This one's thicker in texture, and like I say, it doesn't matter. It's just each an individual piece, how it turns out. Anyway, I'm very happy overall with that production, and it took a long time to finish them. I've got a massive big bag of pulp, a pillowcase full of pulp, so I've got lots of paper making to do, but we've had too many rainy days, so I'll have to wait till we've got another stretch of straight hot days, at least 3 or 4 days in a row, so I can get my paper making continue with that, because I've still got more pulp to make, probably another pillowcase full. Oh, no, it might not be a pillowcase full, but a fair few, like probably about 8 days worth of pulp making. But I'm not doing it now with my sore back. That's just insanity. And it's baby steps in Tanya's world. Every time I think I'm getting creative or can actually do things, I get slammed with another illness of some kind, which seriously irritates me beyond belief. But what can I say? 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Anyway, have a lovely day. That's just thought I'd show you that. I've still got plastic down from when I was decoupaging the cases, and I've still got those 3 cases to complete, which I've put them on hold for some mysterious reason for the past week or so. I think that's right, because I got sidetracked with finishing off the paper and pulp making, and spent about 3 or 4 days cutting up old children's books and collecting pictures for decoupage, which created more paper for pulp. So it's like that was a distraction. But yes, I do need to get in and finish these, because they're so close. They're so close. That one down the bottom, the black one, just needs the inside decorated and then resined, and it'll be finished. And those 2 have got a fair bit of decoration still being needed to be done. But I'm getting there. And then when they're finished, those projects are finished and the paper's finished, I guess I'll go back to knitting, or I'll find some other hobby by then. I could get more into the mosaicing, although that's quite a big job and quite involved too. But anyway, I'll figure it out. It'll just come to me what my next urge to create will be. I'm also thinking about taking up painting, doing paintings, but I'm not all that good an artist, in my opinion. I don't know. I have got 3 tapestries already. I've done the weft for them, the warp or the weft. Can't remember which it is now. Already strung up, ready to go. But I'll have to do a design of what I'm doing for them. And though also each tapestry takes 3 months. Unless I get sick in between, then it takes even longer. But I've just got to look at it that it's something to keep my mind occupied, take my mind off my other life circumstances that never quite work out. and just be happy and content in my own little world. So with that, I bid you adieu. Adieu from Beauregard as well. Buddy, say goodbye to the people. Says Mama was having a rest. Say goodbye to the people, Beauregard. Buddy. Buddy, 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 buddy. Buddy. Say goodbye to the people. He says, you never leave me alone, Mother. You just, what is that in your eyeball? What is that? Weeds. Those sticky, horrible weeds. We don't like those. Hang on, wait, you got one left. Well, no, we don't. Listen, we don't want those in the garden because they'll constantly be in your fur otherwise. I know, I'm a pain in the dog bum. Thank you. Got it. End of argument. Alright, on that note, everyone wins. See? Those stick-on weeds. Where did you find those? Where did you even pick those up? They were right in your face. They were right in your face. You're a very good dog. You're a psycho puppy, but you're a very good dog like your mummy. Mummy's a psycho puppy too. I know. That's how that God's made us. Alright, with that note, have a good afternoon, people. Bye. Love you all.